All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Avorion playthrough here. Since our last video, we have made it a long ways across the galaxy. And I guess, yeah, you haven't seen that either. A little upgrade to the ship there. It's like the baby elephant is what we'll call it. But reason I had to, and I'm going to explain to you right now why I did. Hold on. Move this mic a little closer to me. So where we started was over here. And I think last episode I was here. Cosmic Melody. That's where I was at. And as you can see, I wanted to move a little closer to the naonite. And I get here and I'm hated. So I had to quickly skip through all of these zones. And then I get here. There really was no more here than what there was over here. Because if we zoom out, you see I'm still sort of in the beginning area. So I kept skipping over. Then I came across another area where I was hated. So I had to skip past those. And now I've just teleport. Now I found a wormhole right here that goes way on across the map all the way to the other side. Look at that. But if you look at it, it kind of brings you back to a starter area. So I didn't want to take that. But if we hit B, I did manage to get 10,000 naonite. So I can throw up a shield. I don't want to do that yet, though. I want to try to collect enough naonite to build a decent-sized ship between that and titanium. And I guess I did pick up a couple upgrades for weapons as well. Let's see, our systems got a little turret control to add more. And then our weapons here. Okay, yeah, a couple mining turrets, a couple salvaging turrets. Nothing to really write home about, but a few upgrades compared to what we had in the last episode. Just scavenging, salvaging the pirate ships that would come in. Matter of fact, I hate that I didn't document it, but it really didn't feel like a good time to record. I ported into this one zone, which was a friendly zone, and they were having a faction war. This other faction came in and attacked the faction that was controlling the zone, and it was just this massive battle. And so I ended up getting, salvaging like 25 or 30 ships or something like that. Pirates were attacking at the same time, and it was just chaos. But I guess it wasn't all that super interesting. But I have been in creative mode. Of course, I play on a server, run a server for the game. And I've been playing on a creative mode to build a ship. I noticed that most of those guys that have been playing the game since it's been released, guys and gals, they use creative mode to build their ship, and then they import the blueprint in single player, much like we were doing if you watch my Avorion playthrough, that much like what we did on that. So I've been in the creative mode working on a ship for the server. If it works out, of course, it'd be a long time on this single player playing an hour a day, but if it works out, I'll be able to import it on this single player as well. It's a massive ship. It's going to have, my guess is somewhere around 30 turrets on it or something like that. 30 turrets and 9. I think it already has 9 system upgrade slots. It's 400,000 shields. It's a massive ship. So looking forward to getting that on the server. I have the resources on the server now to build it. So I just got to get it finished up. And it's a pretty cool looking ship. I really have been enjoying the building mechanics on this game compared to Avorion. Avorion can be a little overwhelming and confusing sometimes with all the different blocks and the different ways you can twist them and turn them. And this is a very simplistic. There are features that we'll go over once we start building our own ship on here that make this just the preferred building engine of about any game I've played. It just makes it so easy. There are mirror modes, so I can build just like the thruster you see on the left side here. If I throw mirror mode on and put it on the x-axis, it will put the one on the right side in the exact same spot as the one on the left. Or if I wanted to put one on the top, it would put one in the exact same spot on the bottom. And it just so many other little things that simplify the building process and make it enjoyable and easy to do. Now this project I've taken on the for the server is massive, and you know it would take me hours longer if I didn't have those features, but it is still taking a good many hours to build this ship, mostly because I'm building on the fly. I did not have a plan going into it. I kind of knew one thing that I wanted on it, or how I wanted it to look, but I've tried not to look at too many videos online to be inspired by anything that anyone else has done. And so far, I think I've done a great job on that. This is a very unique ship. And I will most likely, because they don't have a workshop for this game yet, being such a new game, I'll most likely upload it to the forums where everyone else uploads theirs once I get it complete and test it out. That's one thing I always like to do, is I like to take it into combat and test it for a good many hours before I were to try to upload something like that. Still need to get my ship on Avorion uploaded to the Steam Workshop. I have not done that, but I want to do it. I want to get some more screenshots of it. I have to figure out how to do that exactly. I think it's a pretty simple thing to do, but that way those of you who had been watching the Avorion, I haven't given up on Avorion. I have had some technical difficulties lately with audio issues on the computer here. And I'm using a new program right now. In the top left, you can see the frames per second, which are really weighed down by this program I'm using to capture. And it's, you know, it's a bit annoying having that up there. But I know if it's up there that it is recording. Last night I was recording 7 Days to Die, and I did not have that up there. And some of the part of the episodes were not even recording, you know, and I had no idea whether it was recording or not without tabbing out, and so I do have that up there, and I apologize about that bright red number in the top left, but at least for now, that's how we're going to do it until I can get some issues worked out over on my end, and hopefully not too long from now, about another month. If all goes as planned, I'll be playing on a new PC, and we won't have those issues anymore. We'll be able to have some high-quality content here on the channel. But still in the gathering phase. You know, I don't think you're ever out of the gathering phase, but I'm still at a point where I want to, you know, gather as many resources as I can before I begin working on a ship. And maybe sometime between now and next episode, I can gather enough that when we record the next episode, I'll be ready to build, you know, ready to build a ship. Boy, I didn't turn my timer on for the episode, so I have no idea how long we've been recording. Hopefully not too long, maybe 10 minutes, I'll say. But this game is still so much fun. I've not been able to enjoy it here recently with the issues I've had on the PC. I've been trying to correct and get all that worked out so I can record episodes and upload them daily. But this game, you know, I just can't get enough, especially now that I've gone to creative and started building a ship and knowing that I have the resources for it on the server. It's pretty exciting. My buddy Ninja plays on there, and he downloaded someone else's ship. He's not much into building, and you know, he's really had great success with that. Of course, that ship is about a quarter the size of the one that I'm building, so we're going to see how it works out once I get it all put together. But I think it's going to be a beast. It's going to be something that I can take to the center of the galaxy and absolutely own with it. But it's nice to be in this sector here. And fortunately for us, we have not seen any pirates or Zotan ships or any of that right now. So we can kind of mine freely and don't have to zip on out of here. But you didn't miss much between last time and this time other than me skipping across the galaxy, trying to find naonite. And, you know, I added a few extra blocks to the ship from what you saw last time, but I swear it only took 5 minutes to do what I did here and just plop some angles and some, you know, another generator on here, a couple thrusters moving around or whatever it was that I did, but it really is very simple what I did. You know, it looks kind of silly, but it works. It works for now. It's going to hold me over until I get something better. Ooh, look at that, 6385 in this one. Still doesn't have very good braking. I need a bigger thruster on the front. As a matter of fact, I could probably do that right now. Let's break out the old titanium blocks. And thrusters, where are you at? Okay, there you are. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Let's get rid of that. And let's click on this. Let's click on that. Let's go with it 4 by 4 by 4. Stick it on there like that. Now that should give us a little bit better braking. It's a little larger instead of the 2 by 2. Don't want to waste too much time or resources. Oh yeah, one other thing I did. So there was a turret vendor at one of the areas I went through, and I had collected so much from that little faction war that they had and salvaging the ships that I was able to sell off a lot. And let's look at see how much money. 229,000. Of course, it's really in the scheme of things not a lot of money, but for where I'm at in the game, you know, I only had about 40 or 50,000 or whatever it was. I sold off all of the iron and most of the titanium turrets that I had. A couple of little system upgrades that I knew I would never use or upgrade at the research center. And I was able to get up to that amount. I knew I needed some money to build with once we do collect this. Also, I can go to a material trader and absolutely trade up materials to him. You know, anything excess that I have to make money as well. They pay pretty good. There's one right here in this zone. So maybe before we even leave this zone, he's right up in the upper left-hand part of the screen right now. Right there. Let's see what we have. 20,000 titanium, a little bit of iron, so forth and so on. Now you can mine these stone asteroids. I'm not quite sure what the percentage is that you get resources out of it. As you can see there, it looks like I just got 3 naonite from it. 4 naonite. So I guess it may just depend on what zone you're in as to what resource you get back out of it. 6. Of course, these turrets do, I think, like 20,000% more damage to stone, so you can really chew through the stone faster. But you just get slight bit of resources out of it. It's not worth messing with. It's not like going and mining a naonite asteroid. Yeah, see just that little one here and one there. That's certainly not worth it. So we'll take a look around, see what we see here, if we see any more naonite anywhere. I think I've been around most of these places here, most of these little asteroids, so it's about time to jump. And I'm always hesitant to do that because you never know what's lurking out there. You know, I could go into where there's a boss or something and just get destroyed and have to start over, lose all my stuff. I don't see anything else here. I think we got most of what there was to get from this particular area. There's not much left. So let's take a look at the map. So we're trying to make it to these little green dots, and there's actually one on the next slot over. We'll teleport there. I don't know what this is. Distress call, maybe? But then there are a couple other green dots down here. Maybe this will give us a warp gate to go to. So let's shoot over here. Well, first thing I noticed when I came in is there's some naonite asteroids here we can soak up real quick. Doesn't look like, oh yeah, there's a pretty good chunk of them over there. Kind of look through, see what's what. And there's a gate. There's a warp gate. Does that go to the south? That goes to the north, so we could have taken a gate from up there. Now, is there one? Okay, this one goes to the south, southwest. All right. All right. Well, a little bit of titanium right there. We could gather that up to sell. Pretty much the only reason I would mine that stuff up now is just to sell it. But we can. Let's do that real quick. Only take a second with the titanium. With these better miners, I'm able to just chew through it really fast. Here, yeah, breaks a little bit better. I could probably use a 4x6 block up there for a break and do much better. I tell you what, since I'm here and I'm doing this, let's see. Do I have another miner? That's salvaging. See, I sold off almost all of my, yeah, those are all salvaging, almost all of my turrets. So I could collect a little money while that turret vendor was around, because you never know when you're going to run into one of those guys again. So I figured while I had him there, I would sell all that off, make a little moolah. Pick up everything I can get here. And slowly we were working our way to building a decent ship. It's probably going to be part naonite, part titanium. And I can sell off most of the excess of what I don't use, because this ship will be the last ship we build. Oh, this ship will rip headphone users. This ship would be the last ship I build until Trinium, which is next in line. Trinium, it's a lighter, better material, and you know, I don't want to invest too much time or money into anything that's made of naonite or titanium when we know we're just right around the corner from Trinium. The thing that I have to look at, though, is my ship needs to be durable enough to take a few shots in the Trinium area. And it would be nice if we can start taking out pirates with our ship as well. We're starting to collect some decent turrets now with decent firepower, and we should be able to take them down, but we have to be able to take their shots as well. So the whole point in the naonite is to get enough shields on it so that we can sit there and tank those things. And most likely we'll have to take them on, 1v3 or 6 or whatever. So we're not going to have help. Some of these places you just get lucky that there's a friendly faction in your area that's going to, fight them for you, and you can just pick your shot here or there. But in this case, it's just, be better off if we could just kill them ourselves, and maybe even the loot that you get from them is a little higher percentage chance of turrets and that sort of thing by killing them yourself. I don't know exactly how that works on here, but I do know when I'm fighting a ship on the server and it has 6, 8, 10, 15 turrets, I aim for those turrets to take them out first. I try to destroy those. So because on the server, all of the ships have shields where I'm located. They all have shields. They're all very tanky, a lot of hull hit points, and they do a lot of damage. So I try to reduce that damage by taking off some of the guns before I try to actually destroy it. And those guns will pop off and float in the air. You can pick those things up. So by me attacking the ships manually or myself instead of having the friendlies do it, I'm able to... Ooh, what are those? Okay. They're neutral. I saw the purple pop up. Or are they not neutral? Are they friendly? They're friendly, okay. I can target those guns manually and take them off and maybe benefit from doing that. So we'll see. We'll see how tanky I can make this thing out of naonite. And we're getting pretty close. We're 20,000. I wouldn't say we need much more than this to get started with it and get it all put together. Kind of like to do it all at one time instead of a little piece here, a little piece there, kind of like we've been doing so far. Fortunately, there's another vendor right there we could sell to if we need more money. So let me check back here, make sure we didn't miss any. I don't see any that we're missing. Let's kind of scroll through some of these over here. See if we have any green highlights pop up. Do not see any. Tell you what, we'll just move on to the next sector. I'll remember this sector has a vendor. Is this the one to the south? That's to the north, so the south's right here. I'm kind of getting used to this new mouse. Sorry about that. Well, I say new, it's a new old mouse. I bought it a couple years ago, and for whatever reason, I stopped using it. And it's a Razer mouse, and I was using a wireless, kind of a cheap wireless mouse. And so transitioning back over to it. So I don't want to go this way. I don't want to take this gate that goes over here, if I can help it. Now, there is a gate, so that may, with all the little green dots over there, that may work. And there may be something that takes me back over west again. I do not know. Let's see what the gate says here. East, southeast. I don't know what kind of ship that is over there. Well, it's not going to cost us but a little bit of money to go through this gate. So, you know, let's do it. Let's go through the gate. See what's over there. If there's anything worth going there. Could be a tear, or not a tear in space, but a wormhole, or some places going back west again. So we'll check it out and see. It's plenty of money to spend to take these warp gates now. It's not like I'm hurting for money. First thing I want to check, see if there's naonite in this area. See titanium. Have we gone too far back for naonite? That is the question. Boy, I don't even see any other titanium over here. So what is here? Let's see where the gates go. Oh, see, this is going way back east. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. If I can help it. So I want to get closer to this white ring right here. I want to get in closer to that. And looks like all of these gates are leading the opposite direction. If we go over one more here, we'll find whatever that is, which is most likely going to be pirates. But I'm a little nervous about doing that with this titanium ship. So I can't see any possibility of this going this way and then coming back over this way. You know, maybe it loops back around like that, but I think it'd just be better if we went back here or just started teleporting over this way. Let's see how far over. We can't go very far. We're going to teleport into this place and just see what's here. If they're pirates, we'll try to outrun them. Hopefully outrun them, and then get on over to the next area. So let's see what it says here. Yep, and they're pirates. So first things, bring up the map, teleport here, and get out of this place because I don't want to get destroyed. I really don't want to get destroyed. Boy, there are a lot of pirates too. What's the Omicron damage? I can't see it from here. 20. Yeah, so that's, what are we? What's our Omicron damage? Oh, we're 261, but we're just so weak. All right, there we go. Yeah, I figured that's what that was, but that was worth checking out just to see. So we had to come this way anyway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode for the day. I'm going to do a bit of exploring, go across to the west a little bit more, try to get in this region right here where I know there's going to be more naonite and perhaps some trinium, some beginning traces of trinium, and then we'll look into upgrading our ship, getting it all ready to go, ready for combat. That'll be the next step, is making it combat ready. So like those pirates that we just came across, they're really not all that tough. Oh, look at the naonite here. So I'm going to have I'm going to have myself a good time. Look at all of those asteroids. How many are in this area? There are 2,248 asteroids here. Lots and lots of naonite. Yes, so absolutely, when I come back next episode, I will have farmed up enough naonite to make a better ship, build a better ship. Right here above me, some. And so let me do that. Have yourselves a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow.